Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the welterweight bout between Khamzat Chimaev versus Nate Diaz. And with this one, lock confidence, Khamzat Chimaev in the distance. Lock to beat him, lock in the distance. Well, I'm going to say high confidence in the distance. Lock Khamzat Chimaev. Double lock, triple lock, quadruple lock. Jinx it now. Nate Diaz pulls out that kick Nate Diaz was trying to, Nick Diaz was trying to land on Robbie Lawler. Matter of fact, he wasn't really trying to land. He was doing that. I think Nick Diaz be trolling. That's why they do that little sloppy kick out there. You're gonna knock him over that. I just super jinxed it, but yeah. Anywho, a lot of confidence. Khamzat Chimaev. I think the interesting part, especially from a betting aspect, capping aspect, is how would he win? And there's definitely big money on picking the method. And I think he might try to make a statement and get a submission. But I think in reality, it's probably gonna be not even be a full-fledged TKO. It's probably be like this Khamzat Chimaev, just manhandling him, flipping around like Roy McDonald did, probably even worse. Probably pick him up, slam him like Rampage, pick him up, suplex him, pick him up, rock bottom him, like just having his way with him. The skinny, fat, scrawny, never touched a weight in his life, Nate Diaz. Just be flipping around like a rag doll, flipping around like a flapjack. And then on the ground, just busting him up, landing elbows, landing hammer fists, just throwing anything he wants at him. Just out there abusing Nate Diaz on the ground. Elbows. Well, he's not gonna do that. That's gonna give him DQ. But hammer fist, slapping the man, busting him up on the ground. But Nate Diaz being able to be confident on the ground, maintain guard, probably at least throw some submission attempts, probably slap him off his own back as well. Stand in the fight. Nate Diaz does a good job of sticking in the fight. He could be getting dominated, but he'll do a good job of sticking around. But eventually that damage going to activate that scar tissue that's already there. And ref probably gonna be like, oh, third round, 3 rounds of Nate Diaz getting bullied around and uses a punching bag, but then that scar tissue gets the ref to say, oh, it's over. That's probably the most reality outcome. But I want to be interested right here. So I've been trying to debate what submission would he get. We get a rear naked choke. But I feel like a lot of these submissions, like when you real high low BJJ guys, which I'm not, but what I see when these high low BJJ guys, they be in full like look at Ben Henderson. I'm not saying he's super high level, but Ben Henderson is definitely savvy in the ground and definitely hard to submit. Be guys in full on rear naked choke. That guy just turned his back or turned to the side, slide right out, and like Nate Diaz could do the same thing. Like these guys that's really confident and comfortable in jiu-jitsu, like you could have the whole back. For a lot of those guys, they'd have the back, their eyes be big, they'd be like a deer in headlights. But other guys, they're like, you got my back, so what? They turn to the side, scoot out, slide out, like it's nothing. So like, now I feel like Diaz is very tough and used to taking damage, so even getting beat up and butchered out there, I don't feel like he don't really give a rear naked choke. I feel like we one of those cases where you're gonna have to take technique out there, and like technique gonna be there, but it's really gonna be like one of those I just muscled you around type submission, like a Kimura, like busting him up, then grabbing like a Kimura and just take technique out the window. Technique gonna be there, but it's gonna be a case like put him where strength versus strength, and Diaz don't have no strength, and just flat out wrench a Kimura and get him to tap or something, or maybe break a limb on him. But yeah, if it's a submission, I feel like it gotta be like a muscle submission. It ain't gonna be no leg locks. I don't think gonna be no flying arm bar or nothing. I don't think it's gonna be an arm bar, because even arm bar, that's very much technical. He might have strength involved in that, but I think Diaz can wiggle out of an arm bar. So I'm thinking like Kimura. Kimura seemed like it's definitely not gonna be Americana. Americana just like why? Like you could have just went for the Kimura. I really see people going for Americana. Most of the time people go for Americana is like they just flat out disrespecting you. They go for Americana, or maybe that's just their move. But for the most part, Americanas are very rare. So Kimura is definitely a muscle type of submission. I think that's gonna be one he could wrench out Kimura. So seeming like Kimura. Arm triangle maybe, but arm triangle not really a muscle technique guy. That's very technical. And Diaz, like I said, is very tough, and I think he recover guard and really take away a lot of torque off that anyway. So it's like it gotta be like something like a Kimura. It's definitely kind of winding down to Kimura, but he's going to submit. So I'm gonna say like in reality, third round doctor stoppage, the high likely one, but I'm liking. Let's be spicy. Let's be interesting right here and say Kimura, because like reason why I'm trying to pick the exact submission, because let's see me throw a little advertisement out there, even though I'm not gonna pay for this. BetMGM, when I look on their things, a lot of times they be like plus 1,000 for the Pacific submission. So you can pick the Pacific submission, be like plus 1,000, plus 10,000. You can pick the Pacific submission. You don't need around just literally the Pacific submission. A lot of times these guys be going for the same exact submission. Like this guy's an arm bar guy, this guy's a rear naked choke. They can still be like plus 1,000, plus 10,000, and they're gonna win, and that's how they're gonna win. So just a little tidbit. So if you on BetMGM or some of these sites and they got offered the submission, and you know what type of submission that guy goes for, a guy's open for a type of submission, you can make a lot of money and don't even need to bet 20 people on the parlay. So that's just my tip right there. That's why I'm looking for that. I'm trying to find a submission that he's going to finish him with if he does. But most likely a doctor stoppage. Also, round could be a good thing as well. But submission, literally, you got any round could go in there. But Zach submission, that's pretty good. That's better than maybe this prison. But I think submission still got good odds on as well. Like, so that covers any submission. He could do a flying knee snap, and he's still probably like, I think plus 200 right now. But we'll see. But I'm gonna say Kimura, third round. No, if I'm gonna say second round, so 1 round earlier than third round prediction. But matter of fact, third round. It's gonna be third round because they're gonna drag it out some. So I'm gonna say second round. Khamzat not really here to play and drag it out. If he can finish you, he gonna finish you. So second round, Kimura, Khamzat Chimaev. So in this one, I got Khamzat Chimaev via second round submission.